In the early 1980s, a photographer named Lynn Goldsmith captured some photos of a then young, soon-to-be rock and roll star named Prince. 3 years later, Vanity Fair took a license from Goldsmith to allow an artist named Andy Warhol to make a single artwork based on one of Lynn's photographs from the early 80s. Unbeknownst to her, Warhol ended up using that photograph as a reference for a series of paintings that he made later in the decade. When Prince died in 2016, the Warhol paintings that he made without Goldsmith's consent landed on the cover of a Vanity Fair issue commemorating the life of Prince. This case went all the way up to the United States Supreme Court, where just last year, the court ruled in favor of Lynn Goldsmith and against Andy Warhol. Warhol relied on the fair use doctrine in arguing that his work, his artwork, was transformative. Goldsmith's argument in the case was pretty simple. I own the copyright in a photograph. You, Andy Warhol, created an artwork that was based on that photograph, and because your artwork was substantially similar to my photograph, that's copyright infringement. You owe me the profits from selling your artwork. In 2023, the Supreme Court rejected Warhol's argument based on fair use and ruled that Goldsmith's claim for copyright infringement was valid. Many people might say Andy Warhol sells his work at auction, he sells it at art galleries, and Lynn Goldsmith licenses her work to magazines that can be bought at bookstores and grocery stores and bodegas and everywhere else. But in this case, Goldsmith successfully pointed out to the court that Warhol also licenses work to magazines by the cover in 2016 and the license of the artwork that he initially did back in 1984.